Alright. So, elder. Often called the elderberry, which is the commonest part used. Although the flowers are often used. Still got a few on here. So they make these really nice little clusters of flowers that the pollinators are into, and birds. A lot of people plant them for the pollinators and birds, and because they're pretty, and for some medicine. Although there's a lot of poison as well in the elders. Cheers. Yeah, it's got a little kick, but not bad. A fairly mild flavor. And this is how I've been doing it for years. And this is not what you want to do. So most of this tree contains cyanide. This cyanidin glycosides. And so most of it, especially the seed stems, roots, leaves, all that, all quite poisonous. And what you really want to do is you want to take these little berries and you want to put them through a screen or something. You want to remove the seeds, and then you want to cook them. A lot of people use them, in syrups. There's liqueurs, the Saint Germain liqueur apparently. Pies, you can jams, cook them, and they're going to be a lot better. You'll get less of the cyanide, and you'll get more of the good stuff, these polyphenols and anthocyanins and stuff that's better for you. And they can be really good. A lot of people know them as an immune tonic, cold and flu kind of stuff. It's really good with yarrow and apparently nettles to help like break a fever if you want to induce a sweat. So some people would call it Mars, some would say Venus. I'm not sure, but if it's heating you up, Mars. But it likes the temperate regions. It's a European native, although there's some that'll grow subtropical. I believe there's some in Australia. It likes it colder. It's Sambucus nigra or Sambucus canadensis are the European and American. Canadensis is American. Just smaller fruits and trees, and possibly more of the medicine, so that's interesting. And it likes to be grown by the waysides. It likes to be grown by the road. It likes to be grown by the creeks and the rivers, and it likes to be grown on the edge of things. It doesn't like to be cut. It likes to be left growing where it is. Let's check it out. So this is a shrub, classified as a shrub. It can be 20, 30 feet. See if I can get you a view down in there. We got some hollow spots. Oh, this thing is tricky. With these oddly pinnae opposite leaves, slightly serrated. They're kind of like a nut. You can see where some of these, they get kind of hollow, and the stems actually get pithy, which I'm gonna show you so you can know what that means. Yeah, we got all this white stuff in there and it gets hollow. pithy. And so this stuff was used by watchmakers, this white stuff, to clean out stuff for a while back in the day. Pretty interesting, but it grows hollow like that. And so that's what makes it easy for making flutes. You can make flutes or wands. The Celtic were really into that. And of course, Harry Potter. But there's things you would want to do. You would want to, be an expert, Ollivander or someone. And there's the cyanide. You'd want to cure it properly. And there has been toxicity with people making flutes. But the Celtic were into it. And for all kinds of magical reasons and calling in things because they're exciting like that. The British, where it's native, had a back and forth relationship, believing there were, witches that lived in it. There were spirits that lived in it, and so don't go around it. And they wouldn't use it for a long time. They wouldn't cut it. Nobody would cut it, except the Celtic and the Norse. If they needed to, there were songs you could sing. They all believed there were spirits you could offend, whether it be Freya, or there's the Elder Mother, who was Celtic, and to the English, just witches that lived in it. And you would offend them, and they would seek revenge, and so you didn't want to cut it unless you knew the songs and how to work with it. And so some people, at Beltane and stuff would wear it. It's kind of a sign that they know what they're doing. And, so that's cool. The Celtic were making wands and pipes. And it is the 13th month in their calendar. They have a tree calendar. And this is the last one. This is death and rebirth. This is the end of the cycle and the beginning of the next. 13th month in Celtic. The pollinators, quite into it. Did I mention that? Good source of pollen. The birds, the butterflies, and all that. Flowers in the springtime, berries in the summer, and so then you can save them and have it when cold and flu season hits. And have your syrups and stuff is part of why I think that's so popular as well. It's used as an immune tonic, diaphoretic, antiviral, fever and flu, rheumatism, injury. It's got all kinds of antioxidants, a lot of vitamin C, a good bit of vitamin B6. Of course, that's all going to be different everywhere you find it, but it is what it is. Those are things that it's commonly used for. Let's say that. Do want to know, you don't want to know what you're doing, and you want to use it respectfully and in proper doses, not all the time, but respect it. It's the elder. So cool. Did it.